They say you want to live on the central coast off the grid. This isn't even that bad yet, but a little ugly. Great day to offload a barge. Well, final setup before she gets here. About an hour and a half. We do have a machine, so everything's changed a bit for the better. And yeah, just a bit of tidying up, so we'll be filming the whole time.
After a few weeks of incredibly long days, clearing land, taking measurements for the barge offload, then major delays from windstorms and preparing for the unknown, the day had finally arrived. We had a short break between gale force winds, matched with the talented captain and crew of Trident Marine Services. They teamed up with Fred, Rory and Lee, operating the excavator in hopes for a flawless delivery of our new home.
Here we are, not nervous at all. Here's the boys, right out there. I'm gonna zip out in my boat and see if they need a hand, and then try and get sorted here. Made it. Wind's just starting to pick up again. Looks great that direction. Not so much that way.
With a lot of the items offloaded from the barge, it was now time to turn our attention to the shipping container. A few weeks prior, Doug came across a company in the States that manufacture lugs that allow you to slip tires onto the corner fittings of a container. We thought this was brilliant, considering we had no idea, I had no idea how we would get a container off the barge and onto our island. But first, getting them on was a little tricky. The container had seen a few paint jobs over its life, which meant the corner fittings were a little tight for the lugs. With a lot of swearing, brute force, and a grinder, they were on. It was now time to hook up to the excavator.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
oil the tire? It's our house.
I wonder if we should have done it. You could throw it underneath the back tire so it doesn't come back.
Between blown tires on the right side, issues with the forklift assisting with the offload, and the tide beginning to fall, we're running out of time. The only chance we have is for Fred to try and pull the over 12,000 pounds from the top of the hill.
Unfortunately, we had underestimated the weight of the container. With it still fully loaded with building materials, including a pallet of concrete, along with the grade of the hill, Fred's best efforts were lost. He was out of time, and the container would have to stay. The issue now was how was he going to get back down to the barge with the container blocking the road. The GoPro!
Who's on that? Oh wait, I see it! Well, it's all here. Having that excavator run around didn't really help things too much, but I had to do what they had to do, and the one side of our road held up really good. Excavator ran all the way up there, but it is what it is. So we have some cleanup to do. We're gonna make a plan now to get it the rest of the way. My tires blew out on me, so that did not help anything either. But we're here. On to the next step. At least we're having smaller high waters now, so the high tides won't be quite as high for the next couple weeks. So I do have a little bit of wiggle room, and taking all the weight out of the container. Trying to find new tires up here, not so sure how well that's going to play out. As you can see, we got some tire tracks to fill back in, and yeah, I'll have to jack this thing up. But yeah, like I said, nobody got hurt, nothing got damaged, and it's just time for a new plan. At least now I have everything I need, I think. Anyway, just tip adventures. Here we go.
Next time on The Tip.
Try and figure out how the heck I'm gonna get this container up the hill now.